I took inspiration from sort of 1975's onward kind of era of skateboarding and surfing, not just in obviously California and things, but all over the world. So a little bit more of Australia and over here in Europe as well as California, obviously. Looked a lot at the Dog Founders, the Z-Boys, so you know Jay Adams, Tony Alva, Stacey Peralta were a really huge influence on the collection. In terms of skateboarders, I was looking at people like surfers. Sorry, I was looking at people like Mark Richards, Ian Cairns, Rabbit Bartholomew, those kind of guys. So a little bit before kind of Tony Hawk and before Kelly Slater, right back to like the core of skateboarding and surfing. What I've tried to go for is a kind of sports-tailored hybrid. I really wanted to mix that kind of sportswear with the traditional. So I've kind of gone for these really vivid tweeds, and then with the contrasting colours, it kind of highlights the pattern cutting in there. So I've applied a paddle panel from a wetsuit into a tailored jacket. So hopefully it works. It means you can do your arm around 360 degrees. I wanted it to actually be functional. I mean, these shirts took a while with the paddle panel there. Again, so you can get really that full 360 degree motion, and the raglans are important because it doesn't bunch up when you lift your arms up, and it's just that kind of thing of being able to move in the clothes and being comfortable in them. So I've used quite a lot of denim because it's quite traditionally used in not sportwear but maybe streetwear because of its durability and things. So particularly with the shirts, done a little bit of a double D and kind of gone on the elbow pads as well with the denims to kind of mix it up a little bit and highlight the pattern cutting again. I've also used the waterproof materials. So it's kind of a play on a swim short, but obviously in the waterproof, so you wouldn't really swim in it. I worked with a really amazing illustrator, Stephanie Webb, and this isn't a custom one she did for me. I just absolutely fell in love with it when I saw it. Well, she was actually recommended to me by a friend, and I'm really glad that she did because I was struggling with print, struggling to find something that worked with the collection but didn't look too sort of familiar, really. And that's why we've stayed away from anything that's too symmetrical, to try and get away from the Hawaiian shirt classic. But she was incredible, and he's really cute. Although I've got so many meters of this, I've kind of had enough of parrots now. But it's not because of her illustrations, it's just because there's so many of them. So I just took a backpack apart and then went from there, really. So you've got all the bits and pieces in there, but I didn't realise to get that structure how much was involved. But I worked with a really great sampler, so he realised what I was trying to get at with my patterns and things. The idea was to have the skateboards on the back so you could use them for that sort of thing as well. I like Hardy Amies and what eTorts are doing for Norton & Sons with that kind of other side to bespoke for the new generation who don't necessarily want to wait 3 months for a suit, or that's a real specialty in itself. And maybe sort of the sons of the guys who are getting the bespoke want something that's right now and a little bit more of the time. And I really like what they're doing, it's really exciting. For me, I'd really like to be working somewhere, pattern cutting. I absolutely love pattern cutting. I really love the challenge of making something from 2D into 3D.